Every Family Guy episode that'll make you cry laughing. Number 1. Brian and Stewie's Interdimensional Disaster Palooza, Season 8, Episode 1. It all kicks off at the Quahog Clam Day Fair, where Stewie enters an animal contest and wins. With a pig, not just any pig. This thing is basically pork-flavored Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oink. Oh my god.
Yes, he's something, isn't he?
Are those fists?
Damn right, show him, pig.
When Brian asks how the hell he got a genetically mutated muscle hog, Stewie casually mentions he borrowed it from a secret farm that breeds super pigs like it's Jurassic pork. Naturally, he invites Brian to visit this farm, promising it'll blow his mind even harder than television blew America's mind in 1910.
Hey, I'm in New York City. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. What's going on here?
Back at home, Stewie takes it up a notch by revealing the multiverse theory and hands Brian a TV remote that doesn't control the TV, but reality itself. Basically Roku for alternate dimensions.
What's that?
It's how I got the pig. You ever heard of the multiverse theory, Brian?
Well, of course I have, but I'm wondering if you have.
Oh my god, so transparent.
They warp into the universe where Stewie got his pig, which also happens to be a world where Christianity never existed, the Dark Ages never happened, science actually progressed, and Quagmire's living his best life thanks to a full-on HIV cure.
Thanks, honey. Say hi to your husband. Oh, I got AIDS again. Better take my NyQuil cold, flu, and AIDS. All gone.
But the biggest shocker? Meg's actually hot here. Like, get her a restraining order. Unfortunately, she's still considered ugly in this world, which tells you just how deep the Meg hate runs across realities.
Meg?
36D, Brian. And you know what's amazing? In this universe, she's still one of the ugly ones. If you saw Lois, you'd have to put your penis in a wheelchair.
Brian, predictably jazzed, demands more multiverse mayhem. Thus begins their epic channel surfing adventure through the weirdest metaphysical slideshow ever. They pop into a Flintstones-style world, Yabba Dabba Weird.
That was wonderful rock sex we had last rock night.
Yes, I enjoyed rocking you up the rock last night.
Hey, Brian, want to get the rock out of here?
Rock yeah.
Then into Disney Universe, where everyone is sickeningly wholesome and Peter somehow becomes a good father, suspension of disbelief activated.
It's a wonderful day for pie.
Over to Japan Universe, where Quagmire randomly appears, says nothing relevant, and leaves. Classic anime cameo.
Konnichiwa! Sex daisuki desu! Ja ne!
Then there's a universe where everyone has to poop immediately. No questions asked, just drop and go.
Okay, Bill, you got those numbers?
Yeah.
Okay, just leave them on my desk.
Okay, that works out fine for me. Where's your desk?
Doug knows where my desk is. Craig, are you good with this?
Yeah, that should work out pretty good for me too.
A bipolar twin-headed universe, 2 heads, 0 sanity. Quahog in the Ice Age, where they're frozen solid until Brian wags his tail so hard it breaks the ice. That tail should be a national treasure.
You want to go for a walk?
It's working. Do more.
You want a treat? You want a treat, boy?
That's good. But you really have one, right?
Oh, yeah.
Robot Chicken Universe, where Stewie uses the opportunity to roast Chris for having a voice actor who created Robot Chicken. Meta on meta on meta.
Look! G.I. Joe, Transformers, Thundercats, He-Man! Yay! Those shows existed!
How's it feel to be on a major network for 30 seconds?
You!
Bye.
A low-resolution pixelated universe where everyone looks like a cursed Minecraft skin. Stewie's face here? Nightmare fuel.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm frightened.
Let's go.
Eventually, they land in real universe and then stumble into that one lonely guy universe featuring a man whose entire job is to give compliments. Honestly, he deserves a spin-off.
Love it.
Hate it. Love it.
Hate it.
But then, plot twist, they accidentally fall into a world where dogs rule over humans. And Brian, he's thriving. He's got a hot girl flirting with him.
Wow. Okay, this is ridiculous.
And you go.
Yeah.
Come on, Holly. Let's go. This guy's a freak.
People worship his opinion, and he gets to pee wherever he wants. Naturally, he doesn't want to leave. Stewie, appalled, demands they go home. Brian, newly intoxicated with power and kibble, refuses. During the scuffle, they drop the remote, and it shatters on the sidewalk like Brian's dreams of being a published author.
What the hell? Look what you did!
You better put that thing on a leash, sir, or I'm gonna have to fine you.
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty dog!
Now stuck in Phytotopia, Brian's loving life, but Stewie is done. To prove a point, he makes Brian experience the one downside of being a dog overlord, picking up poop. And guess what? Reality bites.
You heard him, Brian. Pick up my poop. Go on, pick it up. Do it. Pick up my poop!
I need a plastic bag.
Here's a thin napkin.
Trying to find a way home, Brian pretends to be a neighbor and names Stewie Hotchkiss, because why not? He rings the doorbell, and Dog Peter opens the door like it's a Looney Tunes skit.
Oh my god, I know that sound. That means there's a potential intruder at the front door or one of my pals. Either way, I'm really excited and ready for anything. Hello?
He introduces the rest of his furry family, including Human Brian, who looks like he just walked off a calendar for depressed poets.
Say hi to Human Brian, Blake, says Gabe.
Hi.
Mommy, I want to play with the new human.
Gabe is great with puppies.
I swear to God, I hope the next universe we go to is all Koreans.
Dog Stewie takes Human Stewie aside to bond over their shared interdimensional travel mishaps and explains how to use the remote properly. Always remember your coordinates, and for the love of physics, turn off the shuffle mode. Just when they're about to go home, chaos breaks loose. Dog Peter annoys Human Stewie, who responds by biting him. Big mistake. Dog Joe shows up, arrests Human Stewie for assault, and sends him to the euthanasia camp. Because of course there's one.
Any human that bites a dog gets euthanized. You know that.
No, he doesn't. He's from another universe where dogs are subservient to humans.
Oh, you mean like that time when we bounced around between universes? And you couldn't figure out how to...
Yes!
Brian, Dog Stewie, and Human Brian go full Ocean's 11, bust into the facility, rescue Stewie, and make a daring jump back to their universe.
Mom, have you seen my trapper keeper?
Yeah, we're home.
Human Brian has a heartfelt moment, deciding to stay behind and be someone in the dog run world. A noble sacrifice that immediately gets ruined when he walks out into traffic and is hit by a car. And scene.
Free in a world of his own kind, where he can finally reach the full potential. Oh my God, he got hit by a car!
Number 2, Brian and Stewie Break Time in History, Season 10, Episode 5. It all starts innocently enough. Brian shows off an old tennis ball to Stewie like it's a priceless artifact from the Dog Olympics. He warns Stewie not to tell the neighborhood mutts, because apparently jealousy runs rampant in suburban canines.
You son of a bitch.
Brian wistfully mentions he once buried another ball 10 years ago, and Stewie, being Stewie, says he can help retrieve it if Brian remembers the exact date. Spoiler, he does. January 31st, 1999. You know, the day Family Guy first aired. How convenient.
Watch out for Ernie, he's getting a CAT scan.
So they fire up the time machine and zap back to 99, only to find the past looking off. Meg's voice is different, because she's voiced by Lacey Chabert, who, in the biggest career oopsie since New Coke, quit the show thinking it'd fail. Bad call, Lacey.
Oh my God, what's with Meg's voice? She sounds like someone who's about to give up a huge opportunity.
Stewie 1999 is just a tiny psychopath with a British accent and a grudge against his mom. He yells at Lois for ruining his life since birth, to which she responds with the classic mom guilt. But sweetie, the doctor said you were the happiest looking baby he'd ever seen.
The fruition of my deeply laid plans to escape from that cursed ovarian Bastille. Return the device, woman.
Jeez, what'd you carry a thesaurus around with you?
You know, it's amazing I could speak at all with that circumcision still healing.
Meanwhile, Brian finds the holy grail of dogdom, his old tennis ball, but Stewie tells him to cool it and don't dig it up, since tampering with the past is basically asking for a butterfly to fart and cause World War III. Brian, being the ever-helpful disaster dog, says, why not improve the past? Maybe stop 9/11. And Stewie's like, yeah, no. This is why no one trusts you with technology.
Do not alter the past in any way or the consequences could be dire.
Yeah, where'd you hear that?
Quantum leap.
That guy changed the past all the time.
But then things get weird. Everyone in the Griffin house suddenly freezes after each line of dialogue. Brian's freaked, but Stewie explains that's just how old TV worked. No smartphones, no distractions, just people staring into the void between sentences.
And remember you had an Irish coffee the day we went to see Philadelphia?
Oh, they're setting up cutaways.
Just as they're about to head back, past Stewie shows up, so they hide like two idiots behind a plant. Present Stewie ends up revealing himself and has to prove he's from the future by doing, well, something incredibly over the top, because of course.
I know about the Eddie Bauer catalog. It is you!
Brian somehow falls onto Peter's car and nearly becomes a hood ornament.
Oh, look at that. There's the old gang we've gotten to know so well over the years.
TV's not even plugged in.
But eventually, they're ready to leap forward to the present. Except the time machine is like a 2002 Nokia, the battery's dead. Instead of 2025, they get yeeted into Super Bowl 33, where Peter's trying to make it rain with stolen welfare money.
Oh my god, quick, grab some money! Do you have pockets? Are you putting that in pockets? That's so cute!
They try to cash in on the chaos, but just as they're escaping, a rogue blimp gets shot down and crashes near them. Don't worry, they're fine. Probably concussed, but fine.
Whoa, crash ahoy.
Later, they accidentally photobomb the courtroom trial of Peter being prosecuted for fraud, crash into the Kool-Aid Man, and ruin his big "oh yeah" entrance, sending him into a rage spiral in an off-screen therapist's office.
Oh no!
Oh yeah!
You guys did this! You guys did this! Talking about my guts me up! You!
Finally, they get new batteries and return to the present, only to find that Brian told his past self about 9/11, and yeah, he stopped it. Cool? Nope.
Who knows what unforeseen consequences are awaiting us? Saddam Hussein could be president. Mexico could be the world's dominant superpower. Cookie Monster could have invented Facebook.
What is this?
Cookie book.
Now, Brian is a national hero. He's got statues, a movie deal, and CNN replays his heroic airplane takedown like it's the Super Bowl halftime show.
Mohammed Atta stayed home.
Nobody knows that guy's name yet. You're using information that nobody knows.
Houston, we have a solution.
Houston's for space, not everyday air travel.
All seems great until, plot twist, Bush loses the 2004 election without 9/11 fear-mongering. So naturally, he forms a second Confederate States of America, kicks off Civil War 2.0, and America's now basically a Mad Max reboot with more barbecue.
If anyone out there can get their hands on a clown suitcase, I'd very much like to see what's inside of there.
I think we have the wrong clip. What? No? Okay, that was George W. Bush declaring civil war on the northern states.
Stewie screams at Brian, "This is exactly why you can't have nice things." Brian insists the future will be fine. Give it 5 years. Cue CGI fast forward to a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Oh, pebble in my shoe, pebble in my shoe, pebble in my shoe.
Where Joe is now a RoboCop, which is still better than being just the guy in the wheelchair, to be fair.
Freeze, Frogmire! You are out past curfew and therefore in violation of local ordinance.
Ribbity.
To undo all this, they travel back again to stop Brian from telling Brian about September 11th. Mission accomplished. Until they return and discover Brian is now the author of Harry Potter. Because sure, why not?
There's the writer of the Harry Potter series. Must be weird hanging out with us muggles, huh, Brian?
Yeah.
Well, laundry 'em, insert 'em, huh?
Back to the past again. This time, every alternate Brian and Stewie show up from every possible timeline, and it turns into a multiversal screaming match.
Oh my god, what's that? I don't know what happened. This is life for some reason. Don't do whatever you're about to do. God help us, this is no way to live.
Peter even shows up to cast a vote on September 11th like it's American Idol.
How many think we should prevent 9/11? Raise your hands. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, what was it? Okay, all right, looks like 42. All right, who votes yes 9/11?
Alpha Stewie finally loses it and yells, "Everyone, back to your own timeline. Do not touch anything, not even an ant." The timeline split, everyone leaves, and original Stewie intercepts past Stewie and Brian the moment they arrive the first time.
Get the back in your time machine!
Who are you?
Never mind who I am! Just get back in your time machine, get back to the present, and stay there!
Shoots Brian in the leg for good measure, and forces them back to their proper timeline.
You and I will never have existed. The chronological tangent that created us will have been erased.
Oh. Is it gonna hurt?
Just a little.
Ow.
Time resets, adventures undone, everyone's memories wiped, except Brian limping from a mystery leg wound. Back in the present, Brian and Stewie try to piece together what might have happened until Peter walks in with his 1999 buddies, probably here to start another butterfly effect.
Sorry, guys, I'm gonna need the couch. The gang and I are gonna watch the game. All right, let's unplug the TV and get going.
Number 3, The Whodunit in the Wow Mansion, Season 9, Episode 1. It all kicks off when Peter gets a fancy schmancy invitation for the whole family to attend a lavish party at Rocky Point Mansion to honor him.
Open that one up, buddy.
All right, at ease, at ease.
Dear Willie, it's been awful lonesome since you've been away. Hey, you hear that, fellas? She misses me.
You're all wet.
Lois is immediately suspicious. The guy spells her name Lois. How the hell is he winning awards? Brian smells scam all over it, but Peter hears the words free party and transforms into a raccoon with a credit card. He even threatens to cage Brian if he doesn't tag along.
Oh, not the kennel. Last time you left me there for an hour. Or 10 years. I don't know. There's no clock there.
You stink when you come out of there.
They arrive, only to find out everyone on the block has been honored. Joe the cop, even Quagmire, who probably got his invite for outstanding contributions to HR violation statistics. Joe thinks it's for stopping criminals. Peter thinks it's for his ability to fart the alphabet. Dream big, King.
That's weird. My invitation said it was in my honor. I assumed it was for being able to fart the alphabet, which I almost did till I pooped on the S. Ah, well. Everybody on the bus was upset long before that anyway.
And just when things couldn't get weirder, James Woods, the gang's arch nemesis slash discount Lex Luthor, shows up with a girlfriend named Priscilla and claims he's found God and wants to say sorry. Brian's ex, Jillian, thinks he's a shark from Shark Tank. Honest mistake. The dinner's tense.
No, he was on a show called Shark.
But he's made of wood?
No, his last name is Woods, but he's not made of wood. Nobody is.
Not just because James Woods is there, but because Quagmire's girlfriend Stephanie accidentally sits in James's seat. A rogue champagne cork flies into her chest, Tarantino-style blood fountain, and boom, she's dead.
She's been shot!
I can't help feeling this would be sadder if she wasn't heavy.
Everyone gasps. Suspicion turns to James. Thunder crashes. Bridge collapses. No one can leave.
Oh, really, Lois? I thought I might drive forward. I thought that might be a fun thing to do.
Stop fighting!
Cell service is dead, like your hopes of finding a healthy couple on 90 Day Fiancé.
We just gotta stay calm. With a killer in the house?
Killer in the house.
Woods shows back up, and everyone's like, bro, did you shoot someone at your own apology party? But plot twist. When they return to the crime scene, Stephanie's body is missing.
I didn't kill anybody!
Oh my God! Is this what black people see all the time?
Poof, then the lights flicker, and bam, Woods is now dead too. The drama is so thick you could cut it with Meg's Social Life.
He's dead.
Oh my God!
Nice.
Brian finds a gun hidden under a plate, pointed right at James's seat, meaning Stephanie wasn't the target, James was, but he dodged a bullet just long enough to take a knife instead. Yikes.
Stephanie was an accident.
That's a way of putting it.
Everyone splits up to investigate. Peter finds a suit of armor and declares himself Iron Man, punches Joe, knocks him out cold.
Go, go, Gadget skis!
With the only cop down, the group descends into full Scooby-Doo chaos. Then Chris gets punched, classic, and hits a secret lever that opens a hidden passage because of course the mansion has one.
Bonnie, he punched you in the throat and that's why you sound like that?
No, he punched me in the throat because I sound like this.
They find out Muriel used to sell black market meds to James. Before she can explain, boom, power's out, and Muriel's gone faster than Stewie at nap time.
No, it's not true. I would never kill anybody, never. And I am not saying another word until I talk to my lawyer, because why is he wearing shorts?
Oh my God, I told you!
Peter suggests splitting up again. A special dream team forms. Mort, nervous Jewish pharmacist. Consuela, terrifying maid with 3 expressions. And Mayor West, somehow always operating in a different reality.
So, you guys like to party?
No!
Oh, no.
Oh my God, what a couple of squares. Squaresville, I tell ya!
Sadly, Muriel gets stabbed, so not the killer. Back to square one.
Oh my God, Muriel, my sweet Muriel. She was so young. She was so beautiful.
She was so generous. We were married.
Derek, Jillian's new boyfriend, climbs to the roof to get cell signal. He identifies the killer and is promptly shoved off like yesterday's TikTok trend.
Oh my god, it's you! The man or woman who's been killing everybody! Stay back! Stay back!
They find the murder weapon, a golden globe, under Tom Tucker's bed.
Like hell I am! You're not taking me anywhere, you podunk quahog redneck cop! Not you or anyone else in this damn town! I'm not going to jail!
Everyone chases him around the mansion in a live-action Tom and Jerry sequence until Peter uses a strategic delta formation, read blind luck, to tackle him.
What if half of us go around one side of the table and the other half go around the other side, and then we won't have to chase him around in circles?
Damn, that's awfully risky.
It worked!
The cops arrive next morning, survivors are rescued, and it seems like the end until Lois visits Diane Simmons, Tom's news co-anchor. Turns out Diane's the real killer. She was in love with James, hated being replaced at the news desk by a hot 22-year-old, and everyone else collateral damage for seeing too much.
Peter, we've been married 20 years. Please recognize when I'm acting out of the ordinary because I'm in danger. Here you go. Here's the key, Pete.
Why's she calling me Pete? We've been married 14 years. She never called me Pete.
Just as Diane's about to go full Bond villain on Lois, Stewie snipes her from a distance like a baby John Wick. Diane falls into the sea, and Lois looks out solemnly, grateful to whoever the tiny assassin may be.
Whoever you are, thank you.
If anybody's gonna take that bitch down, it's gonna be me.
Number 4, when two comedy families collide. Season 13, Episode 1. Peter Griffin wakes up, sips his morning coffee, flips open the newspaper, and snaps. Why? The joke section is drier than British toast in a desert.
Dennis the Menace is just shoveling snow. He's being helpful. Might as well just call it Dennis now. He's not a menace.
Furious, he storms down to the newspaper office to show them how it's done. Brian tries to warn him, writing humor isn't easy. But before Brian even finishes his lecture, Peter's back, glowing like he just returned from Valhalla with his comic strip For Pete's Sake, which becomes wildly popular, mostly because it's wildly offensive. Things escalate when one comic shows a guy throwing his wife out the window over a broken dishwasher. The internet erupts like TikTok, discovering a new filter.
Peter, your comic in this morning's paper is really offensive.
Lois is mortified. Peter laughs like a man who's just seen his own funeral and thought it was a roast.
A joke that angered some bloggers.
Well, I guess this ain't the first time I got in trouble for something I said about a woman. Oh, good. We can steal.
Then, on live TV to issue an apology, Peter accidentally asks the female host if she's on her period and boasts he can name every adult film star in 0.5 seconds.
I love women. I bet I can name more porn stars than you. But don't tell my wife how many porn stars I know. I'll get in a lot of trouble. I know all of them, though. There are people who just started an hour ago, and I know them.
The feminist backlash is immediate. Women protest by throwing bricks at the Griffin's house. Peter thinks it's a delivery. Oh, my Shopee bricks came in.
Oh, cool, that brick I ordered. Wait a minute, I didn't order this brick. You may be right, Chris.
To dodge the outrage, the Griffins flee Quahog and end up lost in a town called Springfield.
Dad, I'm starving. Can we get some food?
Lois, whip out your boob. Give the boy his lunch.
Listen to the man.
Yeah, Lois, listen to the man.
Cue wholesome family moment that makes Meg physically ill, and a donut begging session from Apu. Then they meet Homer Simpson, who generously shares donuts he totally didn't steal 5 minutes earlier.
Thank you so much, sir.
For what? I didn't say anything.
Oh.
It was me.
How come this convenience store has so many shadowy parts?
Peter and Homer become instant bros. They do what bros do, drink gasoline, strip down at a gas station, and open a sexy car wash for stolen cars. Dressed in crop tops and jeans tighter than Meg's self-esteem, they somehow attract more customers than arrests.
Hey, Chief, we could arrest every single car thief in Springfield.
After the show, Lou. After the show.
Meanwhile, Stewie meets his spiritual twin, Bart Simpson. 2 chaos goblins, 1 shared dream, pure anarchy.
Ouch! Jesus heard my mean thought.
A slingshot. It's so simple and pure. He doesn't need lasers or time machines. Just gumballs and marbles and balls of string. He's like something out of Mark Twain.
But Stewie takes it further. While Bart's prank calling Moe like usual, Stewie hits him with a psychological warfare level prank that leaves Bart questioning his existence.
Moe's tavern.
Hello, Mo. Your sister's being raped. Is that one?
Stewie ups the ante by gifting Bart a whole shed filled with his own enemies, duct-taped and terrified.
Nelson, Jimbo, Principal Skinner, Sideshow Bob, Apu. I know Apu's not your enemy, but I just wanted to say I took Apu.
Instead of being impressed, Bart is horrified and nopes out, freeing the hostages and punching Stewie straight into next Tuesday. Friendship over.
But if we don't keep in touch, I'll kill myself.
That's what I'm talking about. Later, dude.
Later, dude.
Over in Girl Drama Land, Meg rooms with Lisa. Lisa, sensing Meg's crippling lack of self-worth, honestly, same energy every Tuesday, tells her to scream, "I matter." Meg does.
No one's ever told me I mattered before.
That's why you have to say it. So say it.
I matter.
Louder.
I matter!
Shut up, Meg. You don't matter.
And in that screaming fit, she discovers a hidden talent for playing saxophone. Lisa is stunned, and also furious that Meg upstaged her at her own thing.
Was that good?
It was okay, but it would be a shame to waste such great butcher's arms on a musical instrument.
Back to the dads. Peter and Homer miraculously find their stolen car by getting hit by it.
That confused old guy must have been driving it by mistake.
How many confused old guys you got in this town?
I'm old, so I'm the victim.
Naturally, they go celebrate at Moe's, only to uncover a scandal. Pawtucket Patriot beer is actually Duff beer in disguise.
And you, sir, as a representative of Pawtucket Patriot Ale, are being sued for intellectual theft and patent infringement.
Intellectual theft. What do you have to say about that, Griffin?
Go!
Corporate betrayal, lawsuits fly, Quahog's Brewery goes bankrupt, and thousands lose their jobs. What a hilarious economic disaster.
But rendering a verdict is something I'm paid to yabba-dabba-doo. And I find in favor of Duff.
The episode climaxes with an all-out brawl. Peter, furious that Homer's lawsuit got him fired, snaps, calling The Simpsons a washed-up show with jaundice. Homer, offended on a molecular level, swings back, and boom, chaos.
Ow! What the hell? That really hurts!
No, it doesn't. I do it to my son all the time.
You strangle your son? That's insane! No wonder he's fat and stupid and masturbates all the time.
That's your son!
They smash through cars, buildings, and probably someone's wedding before crashing into a nuclear lab, because why not?
Hey, knock it off! There's a kid back there!
I'm in danger.
One radioactive accident later, both mutate into Hulk versions of themselves and take their fight to the sky on a flying saucer, punching, screaming, and causing more damage than a toddler with an iPad.
Perfect. The Earthlings are destroying themselves.
Yeah, it's really great, isn't it, guys? We went to summer camp together.
Just as Peter gains the upper hand, Homer's atomic power runs out. Peter laughs, until his wears off too.
Which will allow me to unleash my fury. Oh, I talked too long.
They plummet to Earth, still brawling mid-air like two angry bowling balls in dad bods.
Roadhouse.
At the last second, an alien spaceship lands right on Homer. Peter wins by dumb luck. Instead of walking off, Peter waits for Homer to wake up and says, "We're from different shows, man. We don't have to be friends, but let's at least stay half an hour apart, you know, for the fans." Fade out, cue weird chicken fight remix.
Worst chicken fight ever.
Number 5, Brian and Stewie Reverse Time, Season 11, Episode 4. Everything starts off innocent enough. Brian's at the bar, probably sipping something pretentious, when he meets a hot girl named Cindy.
The only way I believe I'm pretty is if strangers have sex with me.
Well, maybe I could help fill you up with self-confidence, Brian.
Things are going smooth until some overly oiled up rich dude from Dubai struts in, flexing his wealth like it's a gym membership.
Come have sex with me. My mother will make you fark shekush when we are done.
Okay.
But Brian, being the dignified dog he is, doesn't back down. Nope, He brags about owning a time machine because nothing screams stable relationship material like the ability to completely violate the laws of physics. Naturally, Cindy swoons and goes home with him because, duh, time travel.
Better luck next time, pal. Some people got moves, others don't. Been that way forever.
You, me, sex.
Him legend.
While Stewie is passed out dreaming of world domination and pudding, Brian sneaks Cindy into the time machine. Their first date, oh, just a casual Valentine's Day, in 1865, at Ford's Theater. Yes, that Ford's Theater. Cindy is weirdly into it and kisses Brian, proving once and for all that historical trauma is oddly romantic.
Oh my god, the president's been shot!
If you ask me, the president's the lucky one. How's that? He doesn't have to sit through the rest of the show.
Now with his new time-hopping wingman, Brian turns into a lady magnet. He's seducing women across centuries, even hooking up right next to major human disasters like it's a bed and breakfast.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, there's a dog having sex with a woman. Oh, I know I said all the humanity before, but seriously, all the humanity even more right now. I mean, come on!
The next morning, as Brian walks yet another date of the week out, the Griffins are stunned. Even Stewie is like, wow, your pickup game actually works. Unlike mine, which usually involves threatening women with laser guns.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, it's working. You should see the way I have to pick up chicks. Hi.
Then, one of Brian's many flavor of the week girlfriends points out a tiny little issue. The time machine has a counter, like a cosmic Fitbit tracking Brian's romantic adventures.
It's not mine. I use it all the time and the owner has no idea. In fact, he'd kill me if he knew.
Really? Won't he see that thing on the control panel that says years traveled?
Brian panics like he just found out his search history is going public.
Here's where Brian goes berserk.
In a frantic move, he tries to roll the counter back like it's a bad odometer scam, but ends up breaking the whole machine.
What's happening to my time machine?
I don't know, man. I saw Meg leaving a minute ago going mwahahaha, but I don't know.
Now things go full Looney Tunes. Stewie and Brian climb inside to fix it, only for the time machine to explode like a Michael Bay film with zero budget. Amidst the smoking debris, Stewie finds hard evidence of Brian's historical bed hopping, and Brian tries to blame it on Meg. Classic. But Stewie, powered by moral superiority and caffeine, forces him to confess.
You want to tell me about this?
See, I told you, it was Meg.
I don't think so. The crotch doesn't look like a BMX track. You bastard! You've been using my time machine to nail your bar skank!
Stewie is furious, not just because Brian abused the machine, but because the girls he chose were, let's say, historically unimpressive. One had a stutter so strong she nearly created a time loop just introducing herself.
How are you enjoying your meal?
Lois, it's delicious.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Peter, why are you turning up the heat again?
Lois, this woman is obviously freezing.
While trying to fix the timeline, Stewie looks outside and realizes people are moving backward. Yup, Quahog is in reverse, like someone hit rewind on life.
No! Oh God, it's cold!
Whoa, smells like somebody needs a diaper change.
Damn right I do! Now get this turd-filled sack off! Oh my God, it just went back in my body!
Brian and Stewie run outside just in time to witness a romantic moment between Quagmire and his girlfriend, which is about as romantic as watching a raccoon try to French kiss a toaster.
God, where does Quagmire meet these women?
This is why Boxbuster went out of business.
Time starts speeding up, backward. Stewie's teeth are literally retreating into his gums, and Brian is mentally preparing to experience all his most embarrassing moments again, but in reverse.
What the hell was that?
This is more intense than when I fought a rabbit in that karate tournament.
Just when they think it can't get worse, they both literally unvomit. Yes, they suck their puke back into their mouths. Bon appetit.
God, this is so disgusting! I think I'm gonna puke!
Then they see Bonnie's pregnant belly ungrow, and Stewie has the terrifying realization he's about to be unborn. He loses the ability to walk, then talk, and then boom, he's inches away from becoming a baby burrito again.
So cute.
Oh my God, we're getting closer to the beginning. You're Lacey Chabert.
Oh boy, a baby! I saw my Spanish teacher leave one of you in a trash can.
I want to be the baby!
As Stewie's family rushes to the hospital for his reverse birth, Stewie begs Brian to fix the time machine before he's fully reinserted.
Oh my God, it's the greased-up deaf guy running backwards toward that grease truck explosion.
Oh, the grease burns so bad! I can't hear!
Boy, I am late for that meeting.
Meanwhile, Brian is back home trying to hack through Stewie's over-the-top security system, basically a mix between Fort Knox and a toddler's diary.
All right, could it be as simple as this? Invert time flow.
At the hospital, Stewie is shaking in his metaphorical boots as he's just seconds from the ultimate humiliation, re-entering Lois.
It's a girl with a penis and no vagina. I think I can hear the ocean. Smell it, too.
Just when all hope seems lost, Brian pulls a Hail Mary. He reverses the reversal. Time snaps back to normal, and Brian races to the hospital just in time to witness the miracle of birth. Again.
Okay, here comes the baby.
Bloody hell! It's a boy!
Yeah!
Oh, thank God!
Except this time, he's not crying tears of joy. He's just crying because he literally saw Stewie come out.
You know, I forgot what a man cave I had in Lois's uterus. While I was waiting for you, I was shooting pool. Had to hold the cue at weird angles, but still.
Number 6, Stewie falls in love with Lois. Season 5, Episode 1. A flu outbreak hits Quahog like a bad sequel to Contagion, and Peter decides it's time to finally do something responsible. Get vaccinated.
We need to save them for the elderly, like these folks here.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll be heading out then, and whoa!
Unfortunately, vaccines are in short supply, and Peter's main strategy is just showing up and hoping for the best.
You're a monster.
You know what was a monster? Frampton Comes Alive, 1976. Is there anyone you knew who didn't have that record? I don't think so. Bam! All right, have a good winter.
While digging through some paperwork, Dr. Hartman discovers Peter is overdue for a prostate exam. Peter, who thinks prostate is either a dinosaur or a sandwich, blindly agrees.
What the hell was that?
Mr. Griffin, that's a prostate exam.
Shut up! You had your finger in my ass!
That's how a prostate exam is performed. Now, if you'll just let me—
Get away from me!
And then, surprise. The exam turns out to be much more hands-on than Peter anticipated. Emphasis on the hand. Convinced he's been violated, Peter spirals into full shock mode like a Victorian lady discovering ankles.
Ugh, get a tan.
He confides in Lois, who calmly explains it's a standard medical procedure, but Peter is too busy recoiling from every finger he sees, like they're little trauma flashbacks.
Who are you? Where's Peter? Where is he? You're a whore. Wear your whore makeup, you whore.
Is somebody in there?
Occupado. Filthy whore. You're somebody's father, you filthy whore!
Desperate for validation, Peter turns to the holy trinity of inappropriate wisdom, Quagmire, Cleveland, and Joe. To his shock and mild horror, they've all had similar encounters with Dr. Hartman.
Dr. Hartman violated me as well. I only went in there for a physical/guinea pig removal, but I turned out to be the guinea pig for his sexual experimentation.
Armed with this new info and a fragile ego, Peter does the only logical thing. He sues the doctor.
I am gonna sue that bastard and make him pay out the ass. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'm gonna be really anal about this. Sphincter.
Lois, being the last brain cell in the Griffin household, tells him to drop the lawsuit. Peter, being Peter, does not. At the trial, Peter exaggerates the incident so hard it deserves an Emmy.
He made me feel so dirty.
Dr. Hartman tries to defend himself, reminding the judge that prostate exams are literally his job, but Peter asks the judge to imagine the scene from his perspective.
Relax. I be a doctor.
Guilty, 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 guilty!
Which apparently was enough to strip Hartman of his license. Justice? Questionable? Funny? Absolutely. Peter, now a hero for butts everywhere, celebrates at the Drunken Clam.
Yeah, what'd you do with your pain and suffering money?
I got collagen. Hey, Lois, wanna make out? Yeah, what do you think of new sexy lips, Peter? Yeah.
But Karma has other plans. He starts peeing like a leaky faucet, and it turns out his prostate might be infected. Plot twist, he needs another exam.
Are you telling me I need a prostate exam?
Aye, and soon before your rudder jams with flotsam and you're dropping anchor without an order from the captain.
But now, thanks to the lawsuit, no doctor in town will touch him. Medically, that is.
Well, then I'll just find a doctor out of town. So, can you help me out, Dr. McCoy?
What? So you can sue me too?
Oh, come on, it'll only take a sec.
Forget it. I'm a doctor, not a patsy.
Hello?
Left with no choice, Peter crawls back to Hartman, who is about as happy to see him as a cat at bath time. Peter tries to trick him into an exam. Classic Peter.
Here it is. So why don't you go ahead and open it up and reach on in there? It's probably cookies or something.
But eventually Hartman caves and saves his prostate.
Oh, well, this is nothing. Just a little swelling. Probably a minor infection. Looks like there's some blockage. What the devil is that? Hello?
They even skip off together to get his medical license reinstated like nothing ever happened. Because in Quahog, that's just Tuesday. Meanwhile, in Stewie's world of plush toys and power fantasies, Stewie's at the park with Lois when Rupert, his beloved teddy bear and life partner in his mind, gets mauled by a dog. Stewie screams for help like he's in a Lifetime movie, and Lois actually steps up, taking down the dog like John Wick with a stroller. She saves Rupert, but he's been critically fluffed.
We'll go to Hawaii. Would you like that?
I never knew there could be such a thing as a perfect day.
Don't frolic too much, Rupert. Save some energy for the hula contest.
Heartbroken, Stewie watches Lois sew Rupert back together like some Build-A-Bear ER surgeon. Then she makes him his favorite dinner. And just like that, Stewie decides he's in love with his mom.
You're my everything.
Mommy loves you, sweetheart. Mwah.
Stewie loves Lois.
Brian loves Olympia Dukakis.
Oh, yeah, I do.
The next morning, Stewie becomes the most doting, borderline creepy toddler on Earth. Lois notices the change, but at first, it's kinda sweet.
Lois, your breasts are great. Well, good morning, Mr. Nipple. Hey there. Must be cold in here.
That is, until Stewie turns into a mini psycho who forbids anyone else from talking to her. He's basically a possessive boyfriend, but in a diaper.
Hey, Lois, I have a secret for you. You're awesome.
Lois, exhausted, starts unraveling like a Walmart sweater. Even when she tries to escape, Stewie's all over her like cling wrap.
Mom! Mom! Mummy! Mummy! Mama! Mama! Mama!
What?
Hi.
After one especially smothering day, Lois has a nightmare where she kills Stewie by stuffing him in a washing machine. Freud would have had a field day.
Oh, at some point you have to let me braid it. Lois, what are you doing?
Terrified, she turns to Brian for advice. Brian suggests a classic breakup strategy. Ignore him until he gets the hint.
God, he's like a totally different person. Like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Sulu.
Oh no, I never should have drank those chemicals. Hello.
Lois tries it, and Stewie naturally loses his mind. He even pretends to be dead for attention. Nothing works.
You look like a jackass.
Can't hear you, Brian. I'm dead.
All right.
Oh, that is so not cool.
Then, in one final meltdown, Stewie confronts her, only to trip down the stairs and break his arm. Cue the guilt train.
Ow!
Lois rushes to his side, full of remorse and maternal instinct. She tries to win back his love by strangling him gently. Yeah, it's weird, but this is Stewie we're talking about.
Forget it, you neglectful, swag-bellied measle.
But Stewie, now thoroughly disgusted, rejects her with the cold fury of a Bond villain. His crush is over. His evil is back. Mommy's little psycho has returned.
Dewey, did Mr. Jackson behave inappropriately toward you?
Well, yes, but the worst part was he never called back. No, but in all seriousness, yeah, he was actually pretty aggressive.
Number 7. When the FCC tried to cancel Peter, and Peter said, bet. Season 4, Episode 14. So the episode begins with Osama bin Laden, yes, that Osama, filming his latest edition of Death to America, the home video collection.
Snickering over there, mister. I can't do a suicide bombing because I'm sick. He had a note. He had a note from his doctor. He brought a note from his doctor. It's a suicide bombing.
But before he can even say, Allah Akbar, bam! Stewie Griffin crashes the party like a toddler Rambo, wipes the floor with everyone, and tricycles away like he's late for preschool and world domination.
Who are you?
I'm Stewie Griffin. And don't ever let me catch you guys in Quahog.
Cue the wildest cross-universe travel montage ever. Stewie pedals through scenes from iconic movies and games. And just when you think it can't get weirder, wham! He slams headfirst into Homer Simpson. Wrong network, Stewie. Wrong network.
Hey, Stewie. Who the hell is that?
Back in Quahog, Peter's jazzed for the Emmys like it's Christmas, but Lois crushes his dreams with the four most terrifying words in the English language. Meg has a play.
I'm laying down the red carpet. The Emmys are on tonight.
Oh, God, don't tell me you forgot about Meg's play tonight.
But Lois, Meg sucks.
Peter whines like a man forced to eat kale, citing her first-grade disaster of a performance where the only thing more lifeless than her acting was the audience.
Now, are you gonna go to Meg's play or not?
Yes!
You like eating red carpet, tough guy?
Yes!
Say you like eating red carpet!
I like eating red carpet!
Giggity.
Reluctantly, Peter goes, and he's dying. He tries to distract Lois with lies about a vacuum cleaner cameo on the Emmys.
Really? Well, that sounds interesting. Wait a minute. You can't fool me that easily. You are not watching the Emmys tonight. Now shush.
And even manages to watch TV on a black guy's afro. Don't ask, just go with it. But his hopes crash and burn when the man leaves and takes Peter's signal with him.
Excuse me, I gotta go do some black guy stuff.
Peter compares the emotional damage to his Sweet 16. Dark times.
Thanks for having me to your birthday party, Peter. Make a wish.
It's already come true.
Here's your present.
No, Jake, not like this!
Meanwhile, breaking news. David Hyde Pierce accidentally reveals a testicle on national TV. Peter is devastated, not because of the testicle, but because he missed it.
Oh, that's just great, Lois. Thanks to you, I missed a moment of television history.
Stewie sips tea and drops a zinger. Now you know how George Bush felt about missing Vietnam. Cold.
All right, let's do this. Let's kick some ass.
George, the war's over.
What?
Yeah, it's done.
Get out of here. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I just got your messages, and I'm sorry.
Enter the FCC, whose chairman is Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe, because apparently reality gave up at this point. In full dictator mode, Cobra declares war on indecency.
You've got to censor television, you fools! Now follow my orders!
Suddenly, bikinis are banned, Dick Van Dyke is reduced to just Van, and the honeymooners can't threaten spousal violence anymore. Truly, a dark day for comedy.
What the hell? Why are they blocking out all the good stuff?
It's the Van Show, starring Van.
They're messing with my shows!
Peter, infuriated, launches his own uncensored TV network, PTV. He has an Apache chief install a satellite on his roof because, clearly, Peter's understanding of contracts and construction is vibes only.
Apache Chief, nay, Chuck. Well, that was the high point of my day. Guess I'll go gamble.
He starts airing uncensored classics and chaotic originals like Cheeky Bastard, where Stewie eats Brian's chicken like a villainous toddler Gordon Ramsay.
Well, unless he likes pork rinds, he's going home hungry.
You cheeky bastard.
And Midnight Q, where Quagmire grooves to jazz and reads dirty novels like it's NPR After Dark.
Norman Mailer is here to read an excerpt from his latest book. And then we also have a girl from Omaha who's hiding a banana. We'll find out where. Giggity giggity, giggity goo. Stick around.
Lois, of course, is horrified, especially when one of Peter's shows causes a car crash that damages Stewie's nervous system.
All right, here we go.
I say, are those two pigs vomiting up there?
Yeah, we went from funny TV show to tragic toddler trauma real quick.
Turn off the windshield wipers. They don't work. They're just making it worse.
She calls the FCC, who come knocking, but not before Peter, Brian, and Stewie launch into a full musical number roasting the FCC's nonsense. There's jazz hands, there's glitter. It's like Hamilton, but with fart jokes.
You'll never win by messing with the fellas at the freaking FCC.
The FCC shuts down PTV. Peter throws a tantrum, straps on a jetpack, and tries to fly away yelling, "You'll never take me alive." Spoiler alert, he fails immediately.
All right, you caught me.
Still, Peter insists that you can't censor the human spirit or Reese's peanut butter cups. He's so distraught by the FCC's influence that even farting in public is now illegal.
Everyone is now required to wear this device that converts all fart sounds into Stephen Wright jokes.
I spilled spot remover on my dog, and now he's gone.
Oh, this is bogus.
And when the FCC bans sexy time, Lois finally snaps and joins Peter in taking their fight to Congress.
Wait a minute, we're not allowed to have sex?
Oh, you can have sex, just no moaning, no tongue kissing, no thrusting, no movement whatsoever.
To get lawmakers' attention, Peter uses the most powerful political tool known to man, an earth-shattering fart. Members of Congress rush out like there's a fire drill at a taco stand.
Gentlemen, that was a fart.
At first, they resist Peter's argument until he points out how every building in Washington looks like a penis. Sold.
My God, how could we have been so blind?
He's absolutely right. Come to think of it, have you ever looked closely at the Lincoln Memorial?
The FCC backs down. The Griffins reclaim their right to be as wildly inappropriate as they please. And the episode ends the way God intended, with the family watching a poop joke on the Brady Bunch.
Look what I did, everybody. Isn't it the biggest, most super special poop you've ever seen?
Well, Cindy, I guess it's true that big things come in small packages.
Number 8. Brian has a bone to pick. Season 1, Episode 7. So Quahog's basically turned into a giant oven, and everyone's melting like cheese on a dashboard. Meg, being the radiant ray of sunshine she is, storms into the house every day and immediately starts dry humping the fan like it's her last hope.
You seem to know all the players in this poorly acted farce. What do they call that one?
That's Meg, dude. You know that.
Stewie's not impressed. He's got rage issues and a full diaper, which, to be fair, is a war crime in this heat.
Meg, you vile-smelling girl. You're not to touch any of my things. Do you understand me? Dirty, dirty girl.
Over on the local news, Tom and Diane are clearly feeling the heat. And by that, I mean they're dressed like they're about to star in an adult remake of Baywatch. Chris gets a front row seat to Diane's journalistic assets, and suddenly puberty hits like a freight train.
I think I saw one of her nipples.
Chris, that's a terrible word. Nipple. I'll chalk that up to the heat, mister.
With no AC and a house full of sweaty psychos, the Griffins are desperate.
Chris, you're hogging up all the fans.
Yo, well, you're hogging up all the ugly.
Peter bursts through the door like he's just discovered fire, announcing there's a dog show coming up with a $500 prize. Naturally, his plan is to exploit Brian like a furry ATM and use the cash for sweet, sweet air conditioning. Brian's not sold on it. He's a cultured, moody dog, not some circus act, but Meg's convinced a barbershop quartet act will blow the judges' minds. Spoiler, it won't.
We were sailing along on Moonlight Bay. We could hear the voices singing. They seemed to say...
Brian's like, can't we just, I don't know, get jobs? But Peter's already tried that. He tanked on Jeopardy so hard that Alex Trebek probably still wakes up laughing.
This chemical dye is found in over 95% of all cosmetic products.
Diarrhea. What? Oh, sorry. What is diarrhea?
Eventually, Brian gets guilted into it, and Lois tries to lift his spirits with a shiny new collar. Brian's touched until he gets to the dog show and realizes it's just a glorified humiliation ritual.
You can't back out now. Look, how about a pill? Something to relax you before you go on, huh?
Peter, are you offering Brian drugs?
Peter, being Peter, tries to offer Brian celebrity confidence pills. Red stolen Xanax from Liza Minnelli's purse. But Lois shuts that down faster than Stewie shuts down emotional connection.
2 minutes to curtain important, Miss Minnelli?
Oh, come on, baby. Mama's got a sparkle. It's time to make life a cabaret.
Lady, for God's sake, I'm just a hard-shelled chocolate candy. Get help!
So Brian powers through and with the help of a cigarette like some noir detective, Wen nails the performance. Cue applause. Then Peter, unable to resist ruining things, plops a bone-shaped cookie on Brian's nose and demands he beg for it.
Oh, this? Well, this is the part where you beg for a treat.
Oh, I don't think so.
Brian, you're embarrassing me.
Brian's like, "Excuse me, I am a sentient being with dignity," and rage quits the show in a blaze of canine defiance.
Brian, come. Hey, don't you walk out on me. Hey, I now command you to leave. Yep. Keep going. Yeah, that's right. Yes, flip me off. Good boy.
On the way home, Peter grumbles about Brian being a diva, they argue. Lois tries to play peacemaker like always. Can we please get home in peace? Unlike that time Peter hit the deer.
You know, I should still take down your information, though.
Really? Because, you know, you could probably just buff that out. I mean,
yeah, but no, I would really feel better if I got your information.
But it ends with Brian storming out of the car like he's in a rom-com breakup scene. Peter doesn't chase after him. So dramatic.
Brian, don't do this.
Is the doggy going bye-bye? Oh, I'm so sad. Quick, back up!
Minutes later, Brian gets ticketed by the cops for violating the town's strict leash laws. Peter has to bail him out, which doesn't exactly help their bromance.
Oh, look at you, big man. Can't even afford to buy an air conditioner for your family.
Jeez, what a bitch.
Lois steps in to try and fix things, but Brian keeps throwing sarcastic jabs until Peter loses it and reminds Brian, "Hey, you were astray when I found you. Eat your ego and stop acting like a diva."
Look, you got everything you could possibly want right here. Now just eat your cinnamon bun and stop being a bad dog.
How dare you? How dare you?
How dare I? How dare I?
Brian, insulted beyond repair, storms off again. So what does Peter do? He replaces Brian with a demon spawn kitten who's somehow more violent than Stewie.
Here, kitty. Come on down. Nice and easy. That's a good kitty. The hell was that?
Meanwhile, Brian discovers the harsh reality of life outside the Griffin household. Supermarkets won't let him in, restaurants toss him out like a chew toy, and public fountains? Yeah, cops start chasing him like he's a four-legged Jason Bourne.
Joyce DeWitt. So that's where you've been.
He ends up sleeping at a train station until a security guard kicks him out for loitering. Because nothing screams city compassion like booting a talking dog at 2 a.m.
Brian's tennis ball. Man, he loved to play with this thing.
Double fault!
Oh, come on, Brian.
Peter's slowly realizing he misses his snarky, sarcastic dog, especially since the kitten now rules the house like a furry dictator.
His family needs Brian. I need him. God, I hate this freaking cat.
So Peter goes out to find Brian and finds him at rock bottom, literally mid-attack on some guy with a turkey sandwich.
Help!
Cops show up. It's a whole scene. Brian gets dragged away to doggy jail, which apparently comes with the death penalty now?
Oh, no!
Oh, you can't do this!
Well, who's up for a little lunch, Something festive. Did someone say Tex-Mex?
I'm sorry, sugar.
Help me.
Brian gives a passionate speech in court, but the jury's like, wait, why are we listening to a dog? And try to fast-track the execution.
I would like to cite, if I may, the case of Plessy versus Ferguson.
Wait a minute. Why are we listening to a dog? Take him away!
But does not every dog have his day?
But Peter jumps in with a last-minute emotional plea and probably more bribes. And voila, charges dropped.
I'll give you each $20.
Deal, he can go.
Brian's off the hook, and suddenly the whole town starts respecting him again. Because that's how justice works in Quahog. Thanks for watching till the end. These are, in my opinion, some of the best Family Guy episodes out there. If you know any that are even better, feel free to drop them in the comments below.